Hello my friends, Boomy here once again with another video for you, my Swtor brothers and sisters. How's everyone doing today? In a galaxy far, far, far away. If this is your first time on the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button for all your Swtor fun news, guides, and updates right here, right now. My friends, how is everyone doing? Hope everyone is doing great. Yes, indeedly, Weedly. Now, my friends, we have some news about the upcoming guild conquest changes. In the past, we did a video about the crafting changes that will be coming into Conquest, and BioWare decided to come out via David Stats on some more ideas on that and saying, yes, we have heard you, and here are some of the things we are considering, and here are some clarifications on them. So let's get into the little blog post that they put on the forums right here. David Stats said, I want to take a moment and address a few points we are seeing in this thread with regard to the changes we made recently to crafting-based conquest objectives. These changes were made because there was proof of exploitive behavior, both provided by the community as well as within our own data. While this largely related to the crafting inventor conquest objective, we also saw indication that this same behavior was also affecting and was possible with the crew skills, harvesting conquest objective, and had potential to reach further into all other avenues of crafting-based objectives. As Chris Schmidt mentioned, many of these activities were found to be repetitive in nature such that they could be automated in ways which violated our terms of service. Because many of our crafting-based conquest objectives were open-ended, aka infinitely repeatable, this combination had the potential to cascade. We needed to close these systems off, hence changing them for infinite to weekly/daily. While addressing the issue above, we took into consideration players who enjoy crafting, which, hey, I'm a crafter. I love crafting because it makes me the money, and wish for it to remain a viable means for earning conquest, or money. By increasing the number of required crafts for the weekly, we were able to appropriately balance the objective to provide more points than if we had done a one-to-one conversion. For instance, if we had simply changed the previous craft 50 to a weekly. We then created Crafting Inventor 2 as a means for players to earn additional conquest points through the crafting system. This was in an effort to alleviate the change in repeatably, come on, Boomy, you can read, reading's hard, while still providing means for crafting to be used for conquest contribution. You can now earn more conquest for crafting less items than before the update, as exampled below. One weekly objective equals 6,400 points for 100 crafts. 7 daily objectives equal 7,700 points for 350 crafts, for a total of 14,100 points for 450 crafts. Previously, in order to earn 14,100 conquest points through crafting, players would have needed to have crafted 950 items. This has not been the first time we addressed infinite repeat objectives. In the past, we made a change to the formerly infinite repeatable chapters, Defeat Sky Troopers 2, to a daily repeat to also address exploitive behavior we were seeing. Crafting was not and has not been explicitly singled out. We're always assembling infinite repeatable objectives offered and their potential for negative behavior, while also considering their benefit, or lack thereof, in the greater game. Now, I will say this, when it comes to MMOs in particular, when you have type of open-ended numbers, when you have like a crafting or whatever, bots are going to happen. People are going to figure out ways to exploit the system, and it's almost like, I'll give it to BioWare. They are definitely trying, that is for sure. But sometimes it just kind of feels like an uphill battle, doesn't it? You make one move, the exploitive player makes another move, then you make one move, and so on and so forth. But, you know, let's hope it doesn't come into one of these instances where a person or a few bad seeds ruin it for everyone. I think that would suck a major beard right there. I would not be a fan. He continues, I also want to come back to the points I made in my original Guilds and Conquest posts. Guilds are a large factor in not only our game, but in any game with a social backdrop to it. We took into consideration a negative impact the behavior we were seeing had on new players, whether they be new to the game or new to guilds. Changes were made to ensure that players were joining the right guild for the right reasons, including the departure from said guild. I would like to note a few takeaways based off of feedback we received. So this is really good. I'm a big fan when devs come out and they pretty much say, listen, we've heard what you guys are saying. This is some stuff, some takeaways we have drawn from things said on the forum, things said in Discord, as we learned recently. I didn't do a video on it. I was going to, but I didn't. Maybe I still will. Wait for Saturday. You might get a video that day about this. But Discord channels as well are becoming almost more popular than the forums, because I know from people I have talked to, the forums are being policed a bit too much. And I don't know where I land on that one right now, but I will say that the dev community, especially the community managing community, which has grown exponentially, has really been shining a giant light on the forums and been a lot more fishnickety with things going on there. Not necessarily in a negative way, not poo-pooing it on that one, but I will say the presence is definitely being made, so a lot of people are going over to the Discord servers, kind of get away from mommy and daddy. Just saying, that's pretty much what's going on. But yes, let's continue. He says, 1, players use crafting, and specifically the lower point crafting inventor, to tip a character nearing the 50k personal conquest, just enough over the goal without taking up other potential objectives for your remaining characters. 2, there's a desire for a healthy number of lesser point filler objectives, which can be used multiple times over large point objectives to help ensure that the first point is covered. 3, there is a wish for crafting to remain and be more of an integral part of the Conquest experience, which, hey, I think that is a great idea. I think crafting should be an extremely important part to the Conquest experience, just saying. And number 4, players want to see a change in how Conquest works, specifically with leaderboards. He says this feedback does not fall on deaf ears. We actively discuss ways we can address both the viability and importance of crafting in Conquest. Address the notion of not wanting to tip far over the 50k personal goal to ensure you have the room to alternate characters. And how we can make Conquest a competitive yet fair system for guilds of all sizes. And I think that's really important. I think larger guilds definitely have a bigger advantage than the smaller guilds, and part of me is like, well, some of these guilds have been around for a long time, so yes, they are larger, so yeah, they're going to have a far bigger impact than, say, smaller guilds. It's just the nature of the beast. It's just what's going to happen. But I also like the idea of also leveling the playing field, so it gives that smaller guild a chance to compete with the larger guilds, and more far-rooted, more cemented guilds within the community. So I'm a big fan of that right there. He continues, we will continue to take your suggestions into consideration while also taking a look into a larger picture of Conquest and how we can continue to improve it. He concludes, as always, we appreciate your feedback and ask that you continue to be civil and respectful in your discussions and keep the threads on topic. Now, that last point he made in that blog post is a big one, and something they've been doing a lot of in the forums is trying to keep everyone on topic. And I'll give it, like I said, I see both sides of the argument. I see BioWare going, hey, this has already been talked about. Let's move it over to thread. We're going to delete this so it doesn't become repetitive. But then again, a lot of people don't read a lot of the forefront foundational goal markers of that forum post, like the original ones. So they just go, hey, I've got this interesting complaint, or there's something going on, I'm going to talk about it. So I don't know. I'll talk about this in the next video, with BioWare being extremely prevalent on the forums when it comes to policing everything that's going on there. So we will do that video because I feel like we need to talk about that just a little bit. But guys, what do you think about what they had to say in terms of people's questions concerning Guild Conquest, and especially with Guild Conquest when it comes to crafting within that spectrum, within that sphere? I'm a big crafter. That's on this toon specifically. This is my main crafting toon that you see right in front of you that does all my hosting in the videos. And like I said, I'm a big crafter, and I like crafting, and I think it's fun, and I think crafting should be a very viable resource within the Conquest Guild. I think when it comes to Conquest, comes to all that stuff, they need to have a multitude of things to do to gain Conquest points, which they do, but I think they all need to be balanced almost equally to be able to play everyone's strengths to the goal of the guild or the goal of that personal player right there. But that's just me. Let me know in the comment section below what you think and what your thoughts are on all of this. Make sure you hit that like button. The more likes we get, the more the algorithm likes us, and that is true. So make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit the share button, and make sure you hit that bell notification button for the videos that do come out so you are notified of that. And if you will, please make sure you hit that subscribe button. Become part of the family here at Boomy Nation, the freak show of YouTube, the black sheep of gaming. And as always, my friends, remember to be kind. It's about community. And don't forget to spay and neuter your Wookiees. And we'll see you later, my friends. Good day.